Welcome to the Tradies in Business podcast with your hosts Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Divert your phone and grab a brew as Waz and Nick unpack tips, tales, secrets and stuff-ups from guests both inside and outside your trade, helping educate and inspire you to break the cycle of gut-busting and money stress and create a true trade business.
Hey, Nicole.
G'day, Warwick.
How was your sleep in?
I don't sleep in, I lie in. I can't sleep past about 4:30 in the morning. Can you?
Well, we talked about this last weekend. I'm not much for a sleeper innerer.
No.
But, the occasional lie-in. It's probably easier for me now all the way down here. I wonder if people are sick of me talking about all the way down here in Tassie yet. It's only been 2.5 weeks. No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks it is.
Correct.
Tomorrow. No, last night it was 3 weeks. Jeez, I can't even remember. Madness. It feels like 3 years.
It's amazing how significant change can feel like it's for a longer period of time than it is, specifically because you do so much of the lead up before you even get there. There's so much work involved in the lead up.
And it was crammed into such a short space of time for us because we brought it all forward and then deadlines got shifted with all the changes with entry to Tassie and all that sort of stuff. So there's no way we wanted to do 14 days in a hotel.
No.
Despite the fact some people think that'd be awesome.
No, thanks.
14 days on our own property was tough enough when you cannot leave. Like you literally cannot leave for anything other than urgent medical care, and you're getting random checkups from police, military, SES. They drop by, they phone you at weird times and they make you stand in the door so that they know that you haven't left the property. It felt really constraining. I don't know what the right word is. And it took me a few days to shake that after we finished our quarantine last Sunday. It actually took a few days for me to shake that feeling of everybody's looking out to see what I'm doing. That I was being scrutinized by authorities all the time. Even just driving down the road, I'm sort of looking around for police to see if I'm going to be pulled over because I've got Queensland plates on and I'm driving when I shouldn't be or some crap.
Did you get like the official word, you're free to go now?
Nope. Just the daily text message from the Tassie government stopped.
Right.
Reminder, you must not do this and you must do 14 days. And if you've had symptoms, call this number. And then actually, Wifey and I were talking about this the other day. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we got rewarded or recognised for good behaviour?
So sometimes the police do pull over drivers for good behaviour. I'd shit my pants, quite frankly, if somebody pulled me over with flashy lights. In fact, we have a very good friend who's a police officer a few suburbs over from us. And I was recently driving from Brisbane back home here to Ipswich. And there was a police chase, an active police chase at the time. I had no idea. But I was driving along because I listened to podcasts, not the radio. Had I have been listening to the radio, maybe I would have had a heads up, but I didn't. So this car went past me, actually went through the traffic. I can say he because I now know it was a he. But he was winding through the traffic and it gave me a bit of a fright. But then, I don't know, within 30 seconds, I had a car, it was like in a movie. There were all of these police cars behind me. And I'm moving, trying to get out of the way. And then I'm thinking, oh, crap, I'm now in the way of this one. And I'm getting really flustered and scared. And then, so I kept going on my merry way. They passed me. And then we get into Ipswich. I'm pulling into my hometown. And this police car comes behind me and it's buzzing behind me. And they had the lights on, but not the sirens. So then they're putting the sirens on because clearly I didn't move out of the way quick enough. Or that's what I thought. 2 days later, my friend walks up the street. Hey, Nicole, that was us the other day. I had no idea. I'm busy shitting my pants because this police car's pulled right up behind me. And it was him waving at me he said, I'm waving at you the whole way. You didn't even know it was me. No, I didn't have a clue. I was too scared.
I just saw the
but
lights.
From now on.
I was fixated on the Speedo and the phone and everything else that we're not supposed to be doing. But that's the thing, right?
Exactly.
When we make such a big deal out of doing the wrong thing, people just... that's what they're focused on is the wrong thing. And,
yeah, that's true.
And we're not rewarding desirable behaviours. It's so hard for me not to turn this into a teaching
Another
episode.
rant.
No. Just that. Now, pay attention, children, because this is what you want to be doing in your business. We do this with our staff. We do it with our kids. We do it with our pets. We do it with our spouses. We pay so much attention to the things that we don't want and trying to correct behaviors that we miss the massive opportunity to pay even more attention to the desirable behaviors when they happen, even if they're few and far between at the moment. And so we rant and rave and carry on. Oh, I can feel a Chuck Norris segue coming up here.
I'll just done it.
I'll just start calling them Chucky segues. But we rant and rave and carry on about all the stuff that people don't do that we want them to do or they're supposed to be doing. But we're not actually paying attention to the times when they did tidy up their room or when the dog sat spontaneously at your feet. And it's just like, well, they're supposed to do that. You know, why would I congratulate them on that? And that was my dad's stance on the whole thing. It's like, well, why would I tell you you've done well? You know, you should be doing that. But the reality is that positive reward is missing from so much of society. And, you know, you have a look at Australia now, everyone's getting penalised. We're being encouraged to dob in our neighbours.
Oh, you nearly dropped an F-bomb.
Nearly squeezed one out. Instead of actually, why don't we dob in someone who's done the right thing? Like Wifey and I did not set foot off this property for 14 freaking days, except to sneak out in the dead of night in our ninja suit to put the bin out across the road.
You should have filmed it.
Yeah. So I reckon there's a big gap with rewarding or recognizing good behaviors, positive behaviors, favorable behaviors.
I like recognizing rather than rewarding. I feel like if we're rewarding good behavior, it's a little bit like the trophy goes to everybody in the class. But recognizing good behavior is just the acknowledgement of, yep, that's exactly what I'd like you to be doing. Because how do you know you're doing the right thing unless somebody recognizes that behavior?
Well, it's interesting. Thank you for correcting my language, Nicole.
You're welcome, Warwick.
It's interesting. It's an interesting distinction, this idea of reward, that even within that, somehow we've decided that the word reward means you should receive a physical thing rather than a reward actually being a pat on the head or an acknowledgement. Like, to me, that's reward. That's rewarding.
Okay, so
I get what you're saying. That implies in our current language that a reward would be a trophy or a medal or a certificate or a chocolate bar or a day off or whatever the heck it is, a bonus. And, you know, we could split hairs all day about the language, but I'd probably still beat you at Scrabble. So that was cocky, wasn't it, Coxie?
That was terrible. Oh, my goodness.
Anyway.
I'm not talking.
Recognize and acknowledge. I think it's that acknowledgement. It's like, hey, Mr. Bidwell, well done on your 14 days of quarantine without doing the wrong thing. We'd like to, you know, thank you on behalf of the entire state of Tasmania. Would that have been too much, do you think?
Would you want it delivered by what? I don't know, the Queen maybe?
No, just an SMS would have been fine. They sent me one every other fucking day. And there it is. There's the Sunday F-bomb.
It came. What a surprise. You better mark all of these with explicit.
Oh, shit. Yes, I need to remember that. Let me go do that now. So, but that's the thing. It's like every single day I get this scary, you know, authoritarian text message. Yes. And then the day that I've completed my 14 days successfully, lawfully, correctly, silence. And
because we can't rule you if we don't have that fear, and we've passed the fear. So now what?
So I would challenge you listeners to have a look at where you might be doing that same thing in your life with the people around you, with your employees, your spouse, your kids, your friends, your parents, your dog. It's not the best way. Have a look at how controlled we all feel, Coxie.
Mm.
People are feeling beat down, restricted, repressed, and I can see a lot of parallels between the way we've been running our businesses.
Hey, Warwick.
Yes, Coxie.
You've been doing a great job of loading up our podcast every day. Thank you very much.
That sounded almost quite sincere, Coxie.
Was sincere.
Now, see, I know you appreciate me because, piss taking aside, you and I do have a habit of sending each other messages of just, we'll do a session with a client and we'll drop a Vox back to each other. It's actually become a bit of a competition between us, which is not surprising. who can get the Vox back quickest to say, hey, thanks for that. That was an awesome session. I really like and how you're working with our clients. It's like, damn it, she beat me again. I got to get quicker on the sendy thing. But imagine if we all did that. Imagine if we made it a bit of a game and a competition to see who could give the most compliments and acknowledgement sincerely and genuinely, not, bullshit, hollow stuff. But what sort of world and society would we have? What sort of families would we have if it was like, hey, kiddo, just want to say thanks for closing the shower door. Really appreciate it. Like, our kids would probably flip out and be like, the fuck's wrong with mum?
Oh, yeah. Mine are going to go crazy. It'll be like, Blakey, thanks so much for putting your cup in the dishwasher. What on earth are you on about, Mum?
You're like, what do you want?
Is there a camera watching? What's happening?
I don't know.
There's a challenge, though. I think there's a challenge there for our listeners.
Yeah. What's the
challenge?
How
about today, Sunday, the 19th of, I had to check what date it is, 19th of April. I would love for you to get out of listening to our podcast and go and be great. Show some gratitude, some appreciation to somebody. Hello, husband. Thank you so much for that beautiful breakfast you just made me. I love the way you cook my eggs. That's what I'll be saying this morning because he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to make me some eggs for breakfast.
You're just like, you're gonna do the whole Crocodile Dundee thing with the bull. He's not even going to know that he's doing it.
I don't have a clue. Just got the fingers
he's
out.
Do the fingers thing.
Nobody can see us, but I'm, doing the wavy cow
We're looking at each other
thing.
on Zoom doing the index finger and the pinky and doing the cow wavy thing. I'm going to try that on my cows.
Oh, could you?
Yeah, except they
Will
don't
you
have
film
horns,
it?
so I don't know if it works. Yeah, there'll be me out in the paddock with these stripy cows just looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Here we go again.
Yeah, here he comes. Let's all pretend to be dopey cows.
Yes. Don't tell the boss. Shh. Foghorn, leghorn.
All right, so here's the challenge from me. Just try and catch some people in your life doing something right this week. Because Sunday is apparently the official start of the week, which I never figured that one out.
I don't understand that, but yep, go on.
Given that it's the Sabbath and it's meant to be the rest day, which is the seventh day, it's the last day, and then the week started on a Monday.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all, does it?
So somebody's screwing with us there. But this week, catch people doing something right. Catch your husbo or your misso doing something right.
Your husbo or your misso?
Or your kiddo.
Warwick, you're not 19.
Or your staffo. Catch one of your techos doing something right in their jobbo and say, good on you, Robbo. Great jobbo.
Great jobbo. Okay, this is not going to stick.
I need to drink more coffee.
You do. Go and play with your cows.
Well, I haven't got them yet, but the ones that I looked at yesterday look very tasty. So, yeah, I see. This is anyway. That's another episode. Let's talk about belief systems and can we have different beliefs in the world and still be friends?
Of course, you and I have got plenty of different beliefs, but we're still friends.
Yeah, we just don't talk about those topics.
No, we leave them alone.
Avoidance is successful in that regard. Look, it's Sunday, listeners. Do something right, and we'll
do something nice for yourself.
Yeah, catch yourself doing something right. There you go. Stop
Yes.
beating yourself up. You know what? That's where it starts. Coxie has just chuckoed the shit-o out of the Segway-o and connected it all up with a big cable that it all starts with the way we treat ourselves, doesn't it,
So
Coxie?
true. It is true.
We beat ourselves up about all the stuff that we don't do right. So not surprising, we do the same to everybody else around us. Instead of
course we do.
Acknowledging our good things that we do, our smartness, our caringness, our whatever stuff.
All the nice things.
I'm out.
We're all good people. You're
Yes.
out. You finished. That's it. You tapped out of niceness.
Yeah. And the timer just hit
Yeah.
1 hour, so I figured that was the last episode.
All right, listeners, you know where to find us. We're on
Yeah.
Facebook, Tradies and Business. Find the website. Come and say g'day. Tell us who you spotted doing something good today and you said good things to. Okay? Okay-o, good-o, let's do that-o. Hooroo-o.
Choco.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Tradies in Business podcast with Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Find out more about today's guest, tools for your trade business, and other cool stuff at tradiesinbusiness.com.au.